Hello, my name is Kipjo K Ewers, and I am the author of the EVO Universe. Seeing as this is my first Harlem Book Fair introduction, I would like to welcome you to the EVO Universe, to our current titles, series, and future projects filled with original characters and storylines brimming with fun and adventure that will take you on an emotional roller coaster ride that you've never been on before. Let's get started. We begin with the first book I ever wrote, which started it all, titled The First. Originally published on December 26, 2013, The First tells the story of Sophia Dennison, a woman executed for the murder of her husband, who is miraculously resurrected with amazing superhuman abilities. In the process of solving her husband's murder, hunting down the real culprits, and saving the world, an event happens in which Sophia accidentally infects a percentage of the world's population, turning them into superhumans. Because of her, superhumans now walk the earth, giving birth to what we know as the EVO Universe. The first series, which includes 2 additional titles, EVO Uprising and Genesis, tells the ongoing story of Sophia, her superhuman origin, and how she navigates a world that she changed. Also a part of the EVO Universe is a spin-off novel titled The Eye of Ra. Published on July 1st, 2016, The Eye of Ra is a prequel story about Lawrence Danjuma, a down-and-out young man who steals a family heirloom from his father to fuel his addiction. However, the heirloom comes to life and tells Lawrence about his true Anunnaki heritage, a race of beings that once came to Earth, becoming the inspiration behind many of Earth's Egyptian and Mayan mythologies. In learning about his heritage, Lawrence uncovers a dark secret that could spell the death and destruction of all humankind and must decide if he can become the hero the world needs in order to save it. Can he become the next Eye of Ra? All 4 of these titles mentioned have led up to the major 4-book story arc event within the EVO Universe titled War of Mortal Gods. Published on October 6, 2020, Horus, the first superhuman, created by the Anunnaki, has broken free of his long-time imprisonment and has resumed his mission of universal domination with a sprinkle of vengeance. His action will cause a permanent, devastating ripple in the EVO Universe forever, whether freedom, the Eye of Ra, and the regulators are successful of stopping him or not. Book 2 of War of Mortal Gods is currently in production and is projected to be published later this year or early next year, 2022. I have also introduced 1 new title and 2 new short story miniseries to our library of work. Winner of the 2019 Red City Review category for romance, Fred and Mary is a powerful supernatural romantic comedy of Fred, who purchased a life-size doll to cope with the tragic death of his wife Mary. However, weird events take place within his home, and especially with the doll, to make him believe that Mary is communicating with him from the grave. Has she come back to him? One of our first short story miniseries, titled Help, I'm a Superhero, is my first YA anime-style novel about Superior, an MMO player of a superhero video game from 2050 who is transformed into a real-life version of their game character and transported to a world where superpowered beings exist, but the concept of what is to be a superhero does not. What is a fake hero to do while they're trying to find their way back home? Pick up Help, I'm a Superhero and find out. A 12-part book series, Book 2 of Help, I'm a Superhero is currently under production and is projected to be published later this year or early next year, 2022. Our second book in our short story miniseries is titled The Elf and a LARP. In the land of Farron, Phelan, a half-elf, half-orc woman, lives with her mother and works the life of a farmer, enduring bigotry and cruelty, until one fateful day she is accidentally saved by a human ranger named Brian in the woods near her home. The problem is Brian is not a real ranger. He is a live-action role player that was somehow transported to her world? Can the two solve the mystery of how Brian ended up in Ferren while avoiding the land's perils, and most importantly, killing each other? Find out what happens when fantasy meets roleplay. A 4 to 5 book series, Book 2 of The Elf and the Larp, is currently under production and is projected to be published later this year or early next year, 2022. These are the many stories that I hope to present through the EVO Universe. I would like to thank you, the reader, for listening to my presentation. I hope you consider many of my titles and series, and I would like to personally welcome you to the EVO Universe.